Welcome, in front of me is a OPPO A53, and today I'll show you how to go through the setup process of the device. And when you boot it up for the first time, you'll be presented with the kind of like a welcome screen where you get to select your language, which for me I'm going to stick with the one that is selected by default, which is English, but if you want to use any other, simply scroll down and find your desired language and tap on it. And when you go to the next page, you'll have select region, so simply choose your region. And then we have terms of service, so we have agree to user agreements, privacy statements, and some other stuff. Now we do need to only agree to the first one, so user agreement, and now you can also tap on the blue text to actually see what you're exactly agreeing to. And the two options below that are optional, as you can see, as the last thing that they write in a parenthesis, optional, so you don't actually need to agree to them. So let's select the first one, and from here go to next. And then we have the Wi-Fi connect. Now this is completely optional. If you choose to skip this, you will miss out the opportunity to log into your Google account, but that is only through the setup. And still, if you skip it later on after you complete the setup, you can go to the settings, connect to Wi-Fi, and then add Google account if you want to. So you're not really forced to do it right now if you don't want to. And I'm gonna skip this for now. We also have the Wi-Fi assistant. Now this is a fairly handy option right here, so automatically select the best Wi-Fi, so it will basically actively check what Wi-Fi will be fastest for you and strongest in terms of quality. So you can select that, and this works only if you have more than one network that you are connected to in a single location. So if you are at home and you have two different Wi-Fis and stuff like that, which is maybe uncommon, so probably work environment would be closer to this one. So in this case, when you have more than one, it will choose whichever one is better for you at the given moment and switch between them. But then we also have, once you select this, we also have the auto switch to mobile network, and this will allow you to switch to mobile network if both of the Wi-Fis are just abysmal trash, and mobile network will work better. So the phone will automatically select which one will be best for you. Now I would discourage you from selecting this option, the mobile network one, if your data plan doesn't actually include a lot of Wi-Fi, gigabytes, whatever. So if you have like 1 gig of data or even 3 per month, I would suggest you don't check it on, because your device will probably choose mobile network several times, and you might just be using it for no reason. And if you don't have enough of it, then at the end of the day you're gonna kind of run out of it. But if you're running like 5 and above, I would say, then by all means select this, and it probably shouldn't affect it too much. And then on the next page we have Google services. So we have location, scanning, and send user and diagnostic data. And briefly describing these, location uses GPS tracking. Now it's most commonly used by Google Maps, so it gives you an actual route to your destination when you're using it as a GPS navigation. Then we have scanning, so allows the phone to scan for Wi-Fi signals, Bluetooth, and stuff like that. And then send user and diagnostic data, basically gathers data on you and sends it to Google. So if you don't want them, simply deselect it like so, and scroll down and tap on accept. And on the next page we can now set a screen lock if we want to. So you would go into the settings if you want to set it, and by default it will opt into this 6-digit PIN, but we can choose a different way. So we have also pattern, 4-digit password, 4 to 16-digit password, password with 4 to 16 alphabetical characters, and we'll cancel. Now I'm gonna go with a pattern right here, and from there let's draw it, redraw the same pattern once more, and then it automatically goes to the face recognition. So right here, if you want face recognition, you would simply just tap on continue and it will launch the camera and start looking at your face just to get a brief kind of understanding of how you look like. So I'm gonna launch it for right here, and well, you can see if I move it out of the way, I'm too far actually, so this won't work. So you need to bring it up closer, but you can also skip it if you don't want to. And then automatically it also goes to the fingerprint, so you can start scanning your finger on the back of the phone, but I'm not going to be bothering with it, so let's tap on cancel and finish up the setup right here. Recommended auto update overnight, completely up to you. Home screen icons, again, completely up to you. You can also tap on it and see what you have, what they offer you in terms of icon style. So select whichever one suits you and then tap on apply. And from there, let's go to next. And we have now the option to import data. Now, if you're setting this phone up as a new one and you don't really want to import anything, then simply tap on later and disregard this. But if you have an older device that you want to move all the data, text messages, contacts, stuff like that, to the new one, you would basically go to the import data from an old phone, and it will then tell you to download an application on the old device, and it will give you a on-screen guide on how to connect them together and then give you a list of things that you can transfer. So it will be in categories, so you can select which category you want, and from there tap on import. Now the more stuff you will import, the longer it will take. So if you're going to be importing things like music and lots of photos, it might take probably an hour plus, assuming it's like in, for instance, 50 gigabytes of data. I would set the phone aside and basically kind of leave it there for like hour plus. But if you're only importing things like contacts and message logs, that should be fairly quick. So let's go to later, and we're basically done with the setup now. So tap on get started and you should be then greeted with the Android home screen. And there we go. So that is how you'd go through the setup of this device, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.